Hey everybody, welcome back. Turn on the TRPG randomizer, click the randomize. Are you okay? I was trying to think of that reminded me of a common meme on the internet in 2020. You know, the one that's like, why are you running? It's 7:30. Are you being chased? I didn't get to it in time though. It is 9:01 a.m. on a very spooky Sunday. Happy Halloween, everybody. Brain's moving a little slow this morning, but that's okay. After I recorded those Isaac episodes yesterday, I had a rare feeling. Well, excuse me. Are you kidding me, man? What a shot. A feeling I haven't had happen in a long time, and no, your mom didn't come over. Good one, though. It contained a single trinket? It contained a single trinket? Is this allowed? Oh, we're gonna die! I'm gonna live forever! I mentioned this, in those episodes yesterday, but I actually was a little under the weather. I had like a 36-hour type deal. I think it happened essentially due to our daughter being at daycare. You know, she goes to daycare for 2 days. All of a sudden, I pick her up from daycare. All the kids that are there are wiping their nose with their hands, and I'm like, oh no, this is the shape of punk to come, right? And then Kate and I got a little bit sick, and I'm feeling fantastic today. But it is, I have to acknowledge, it's a little sobering for a couple of reasons. And the big one is that I hadn't been sick since I remember. I almost feel like Seinfeld on his like anti-vomit streak until he eats the black and white cookie from the bakery while they're waiting to get a chocolate babka, but all the babkas get sold out, so they have to get a cinnamon babka. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe you've been watching season 5 of Seinfeld on Netflix, like yours truly. Anyway, the last time I was sick was July 2019. Obviously, there was something happened in the middle there. The whole world had the pandemic that is still ongoing as we speak. But like many other people, and I know this because I had talked about it on stream, I hadn't been sick in the intervening, 2.25 years or whatever. And I kind of I wouldn't say I thought that my immune system had gotten so good that I would never be ill again. But I didn't have reason to question that ridiculous belief. You know what I mean? I didn't have any reason to be like, maybe that's not the case, because I wasn't getting ill at all. Well, now, you got a family member in close proximity to people who pick their nose and eat it, and all of a sudden it all comes crashing down. But it's okay. The initial terror subsides, and now, after a day where I had soup for lunch and soup for dinner, I feel fantastic today. I also, and look, I'm not, this kind of bad optics to be talking about the positives of being sick during the, current world affairs. But I do have to say, and this might just be the new parental philosophy talking, I do feel like I had, and I mean this legitimately, I feel like I had the best sleep of the last, the best sleep in my baby's life. I would not pay the cost on the regular if they gave me the opportunity to do so, but I should have known something was up after 2 weeks straight of sleeping like a maximum of 6 hours a night. One night, just out of nowhere, I slept like 8.5 hours. And, this is the naivete of man, right? At no point there did I go, that's weird. Instead, I just went, wow, looks like I'm awesome. Next day, man, you start to get the little sniffles. But anyway. It is Halloween today, by the way. Happy Halloween, everybody. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Hope you're having fun, staying safe. said some things I regret about Halloween in the last episode. Maybe went off a little bit too hard on it. Hey, I was under the cognitive stress of having a 24-hour rhinovirus or an acute respiratory infection or something, okay? You gotta cut me some slack. You'll have to excuse me. I was not at my best. Larry Jr.? That's not Larry Jr. I gotta say, like, we never know what Halloween is gonna look like in our neighborhood, okay? So, like, when I first moved to Vancouver, we lived in somebody's basement, which was actually not even really their basement. It was a separated garage that they had converted into, like, an illegal basement suite. That's not a good item. So we didn't expect any trick-or-treaters. We didn't get any. Then we lived in an apartment for, I don't know, 8 years? Something crazy? Maybe like 7 years? And sometimes the buildings would do, like, it's weird. I grew up in, like, a rural area and then later in, like, a suburban area. I do not like this item, man. On the other hand, we could get it for very low cost, but usually the item rooms are no cost. So would we rather save that HP to play a sacrifice room? I don't know. I don't think we're going to be able to play a sacrifice room just looking at the situation here. We only have 5, and I know we're getting like 2 more back, but anyway. So in the rural area, you got a decent amount of trick-or-treaters. Like, anybody with kids would trick-or-treat at your house, but just due to the fact that not that many people lived in the area, you wouldn't get a large number of kids. Then when I lived in the suburbs, it was pandemonium. You would get, like, you know, 300 kids or something like that. But then now I live in like a city with a ton of people, and we don't get like any kids for Halloween. But I'm hoping that it's gonna be different this year. I'm hoping that, you know, last year nobody came around because it was COVID, which makes perfect sense. You know, we were still, you know, very much, not that we're through it at all, but it's still very much like in the peak fear of it at the time last Halloween. So I'm not surprised, even though, you know, you can socially distance Halloween, you know, you could leave some candy on your front porch or something like that. We didn't know it all back then, right? You know, we were still trying to figure it out. Like Clarissa explains it all. This year, I kind of expect some kids, but I never know. I almost feel like maybe in Vancouver proper, the kids, like, get on a trick-or-treat, like, charter and go on, like, a tourist expedition. Like, is anybody watching this at the age in their life where they live in a major city and also have some philosophy on trick-or-treaters? Like, is there, like, a trick-or-treat tourism where they put city kids on a bus and send them out to the suburbs to trick-or-treat because that's where they're most likely to get the full-size chocolate bars instead of the fun-size chocolate bars? I do have to say, by the way, big ups. I've never really cared that much about, like, being the house that gives out full-size chocolate bars. Like, I don't see a reason not to, but it's never really been. I know, I only bring this up because I know there's people that aspire to that. You know, they're like, when I grow up, I'm not gonna give out those little fun-size Aero bars. You're getting full-size Crispy Crunch. I don't know if those are Canadian only. Crispy Crunch? I know Coffee Crisp, it doesn't exist in America. Coffee Crisp is a fantastic chocolate bar. I don't need too many chocolate bars in my life these days. Coffee Crisp would be close to the top, though. But this year, I mean, we got some solid stuff, okay? Any kids that come to our house, and this is my wife purchased this, so I don't take any responsibility for it, or any credit, I should say. I legally have to take at least 50% of the responsibility, but I take none of the credit. Does nobody else see how messed up this is? First off, you're getting all 4 flavors of Haichu that we got in a variety pack of Haichu, okay? So you're getting a mango, you're getting a strawberry, you're getting a green apple. We got it all bagged up already. You would be getting a grape, but we were told that the package contained grape. It does not contain any grape. I have searched through the whole package. I am half joking, but half serious when I say that I wouldn't be surprised if the current supply chain snafu worldwide and at ports all over the coast of every ocean, I think, are maybe there's something that's like, we can't get our artificial grape flavor because it's, you know, it's locked in Long Beach right now. I don't know. I can't say yes, I can't say no. Can I have an item that does something for us instead of many items that do nothing? No? Okay, fair enough. So you're getting 3 flavors of Haichu, but just know that we were ripped off in the process as well. And we're, you know, we didn't want to not give people the grape flavor. This is probably one of the top 4 flavors. I mean, mango's up there. You still got mango, you know, don't lose sight of that. Can I have an item that does something as I caffeinate here? You're also getting a package of Nutella to go. I think it might seem a little strange because it's not really like chocolate, but that's where you're wrong. You got to read that nutritional information. This is not a health food. This is something that tastes good and is bad for you. It is breadsticks and basically like chocolate butter. I'm pretty sure Nutella by weight is like 63% palm oil, so how am I not taking damage here, man? This is like, I'm kind of cracked. You ever notice that? Okay, it's all falling apart. This is like, we have had a historic level of garbage from our boss rooms and our item rooms so far, so like, if you didn't believe me before, struggling against this boss is a pretty good indicator that that's the case. Hey, there's something. Using an active item rerolls it. I'd rather not. I'm gonna head down, man. Wait, did I... What do we have in our shop here? I don't know, I'm gonna go check. But anyway, you're getting, so like, I don't know, probably like 8 little breadsticks with a little cup of Nutella alongside it. Hey, this is actually pretty good. I'm glad I came back. At least give me 4 of those, and we'll deal with the give me 5 of those, we'll deal with the consequences later. Why 5? Well, okay, so I wanted 4 to get the maximum damage, Blue Baby, and then I also wanted an orbital, because it only took us 1 more press. You gotta be kidding me. You actually have to be kidding me with these items. I know they changed it. I know it's better now. Hey, you know, like, a solid turd is also better than diarrhea. That doesn't mean I want it in my punch bowl. You know, that old chestnut. Okay, so you got the... I hope you're taking note of this, okay? You got the 3 flavors of Haichu. You got the Nutella. What do you also got there? I believe... What have I done? I believe you will be receiving 2 fun-sized chocolate bars from a selection of Coffee Crisp, Kit Kat, Canadian Smarties, which are somewhat similar to M&M's. They are excuse me. They are a candy-coated chocolate circle. And Arrow. And I gotta tell you, of the 4, like, it's not even close, right? Like, at least IMO. If you enjoy the flavor of like, lightly sweetened or heavily sweetened coffee, Coffee Crisp is #1. I think a Kit Kat, you know, it's not my favorite candy bar, but it's a nice classic. I don't know if I have like Kit Kat, I'm on the Kit Kat hedonic treadmill. Like, it's hard for me, and it's so hard for me, but having had some weird and cool flavors of Kit Kat Classic is just a little bit like, you know, it's like, you know, wake me up when you throw like some, like cherry blossom flavor in there or something. Like, you know, the downside of having so many cool flavors is that they've also created a situation where I don't want the normie bar as much anymore. And Smarties are okay. You know, I enjoy the candy coating. The chocolate is, like, not that good, but that's fine. It is, you know, it's a classic. And then Aero bars, I don't even know, like, it's like they dyed some old mattresses brown or something like that, and then just covered it in Hershey's chocolate. Like, it's not my favorite. I know if you do it right, if the bar is fresh, the bubbles melt in your mouth. But do they actually, or is that just what the commercial said? Okay, now we're talking. Now we are talking. Yeah, I'll do it. Why not? Let's get weird with it. It's not weird at all. It's actually just, like, really good. Take me down. So we're not giving out a full-sized chocolate bar, but I'd say we're giving out the equivalent, but with a little bit of variety associated with it as well, which I'm happy to be that house. When you think of it, like, it's a small price to pay. Like, I don't know how much a full-size chocolate bar costs. Probably, like, if you were to buy it in bulk, you could get them for, like, maybe $1 each here, Canadian. $1? It depends how many kids you get. You know, if you got 500 kids coming to your house, then, you know, that's an expensive Halloween. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think we care to go to our shop with money equals power here. But, you know, if you got, like, 30, 40 kids coming to your house maximum, $1, hey, it's a small price to pay to see a cool costume, I think. You know, most people, I bet if you looked at the average cost of, like, what a family spends just on the costume element of Halloween, I bet you're looking at 40, 50 bucks. You know, they're buying their kid, like, a mask or something like that, a weird little, like, Batman suit that, you know, is probably made of, like, pure asbestos. You can make your own Halloween costumes, don't get me wrong. I feel bad saying this, okay, but I think, like, one of the reasons as a child that I didn't like Halloween so much is that my mom sewed my own costumes. She was, like, I have a very good relationship with my mom, right? But here's how that happened. Like, as an adult, that sounds insane. Like so cool, right? As a kid, you know, you're in 2nd grade. You just want to be maybe like a Ninja Turtle, right? You just want to be Batman. You just want to be a Power Ranger or something like that. But your mom, you know, she's sewing the costume. She's calling the shots. I remember in 2nd grade, she was like, hey, I sewed your Halloween costume. You're going as Little Boy Blue this Halloween. And I'd like, oh, excuse me. Where does this take us again? Boss room? Shop? Oh, a room we've never been to, probably. And even as a child, I was like a Little Boy Blue, like, you know, from the nursery rhyme. Little boy blue, come, because I only know this now because I've been singing it to our kid because there's only 4 songs in this children's book that play over and over. And then one of the books that we have that sings songs is also in French. So I'm like, Bateau sur l'eau, la riviera, bateau sur l'eau. I don't remember the rest, but I do know Mon petit lapin. Something, 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 something. Cherchez-moi, coucou, coucou. Something caché sous un chou. Which is like I found a lettuce or something. I found a cabbage, maybe? I don't know. You think I'd know more French names for foods, considering how much time I spend in the grocery store? The fool's a crawl space, right? Is that correct? Anyway, so like, as a kid, I was like, you know, I just want to fit in on Halloween. My mom... Oh, that's... What the heck is this? Oh, all of our items have been dropped? And, oh, okay, I remember what this piece of crap is now. Wait a minute, but we get our HP back? No? Not at all? Okay. What? What a waste of everybody's time. I thought this was maybe it was the tower question mark is the crawl space? Keeper's kin. I mean, I think it's okay. I'm willing to take a stab at this. Let's keep our HP high. Alright, what a waste of everybody's time. And I remember, you know, it's only the second grade. I don't blame my mom for this, you know. It's not my mom's fault that people are mean. But, going to school, you know, there's, hey, there's Donatello. Hey, there's Tommy, the Green Power Ranger. Oh, man, that's, the scientist from Jurassic Park. Holy crap. And then people are like, what are you? And I'm like, isn't it obvious? I'm Little Boy Blue from the song. The costume was sick, by the way, but... like, at age 7, you can't really appreciate that. And I think it kind of sapped my, my Halloween desire. The truth has come out. I didn't even see you there, man. Look at that. Okay, that's very nice. Thank you. So I don't even know how much my mom spent on Halloween costumes when I was a kid, but she did all the labor herself. Parts might have been expensive. Now... just because somebody spent money on a costume doesn't mean you have to give them, you know, like a gold bar as the trick-or-treat. I'm just saying, like, you know, if somebody spends 25 bucks on a costume, they come over to your house, they're like, hey, I came over to your house and gave you a viewing of this costume. Can I have, like, $1.50? You know, it's not the craziest thing in the world to be like, yeah, actually, like, economically, it sort of fits. Of course, now I only understand Halloween through an economic lens. It's no longer just... can't just be about scaring people lightly, having fun, and eating candy. It's got to be, you know, an exchange of goods and services. But, hey, but I'm using it in a nice way. I think it's worth, like, $1 to see someone's cool costume. Not a stranger, but, like, you know, someone who lives in the neighborhood? Sure, why not? Anyway, so we're not like we're not one of those houses where you like, you know, you'd come by and get a bottle of Evian water or something like that, or a Loeb Cola. But, you know, last year I think we had one child show up at our house to trick or treat at like 4:30 p.m. And then it was just, that was just it. Like for the rest of the night we got nothing. I do also think that maybe maybe there's like organized trick-or-treating stuff in the city, because I mean, I don't want to say it's unsafe, but it's maybe be a little spicy walking around, you know, parts of the city at, you know, 7-8 p.m. after dark. We're not gonna do boss rush, but we'll always peep this. Yes, please. Hey, ceremonial robes called. They want their damage back. Doesn't make any sense. All bad. Get me out of here. Hey, Brimstone has reignited a fire inside of me to enjoy this game again. I'm like, wait, I forgot that this game can be a ton of fun. Look at this. Anyway, so the Halloween arc is almost over. I don't know if that's good or bad. Now we're beginning the American Thanksgiving arc, where I talk about how turkey is a misunderstood meat, and, you know, a lot of people, I think, overrate it because they associate it with the holidays, but I think a lot of people underrate it because every time they eat it, it's like dry as the sole of a shoe. Like, they need to, come on, man, like, it's 2021, like, we've come a long way with like, food preparation and science and stuff. Like, you gotta start brining the stuff that you roast for hours in your oven, okay? Like, if you're gonna have something in, like, your dry oven for more than 40 minutes, you gotta throw that thing in, like, a saltwater bath for, you know, minimum 12 hours before you put it in the oven. Otherwise, I mean, what do you expect, really? What do you expect? It just doesn't make any sense. There's got to be a better way. So I gotta tell you, by the way, I know earlier I said I had soup for lunch and dinner. I'm realizing I'm misremembering. I had soup for dinner 2 nights in a row. Yesterday for lunch, though, I had poke. I've eaten it, I don't know, 20, 30 times before. Something about it, man, just, how is it possible I say this as probably like one of the biggest Subway supporters I know, even though I boycotted them for like, I don't know, 5 years. But how is it possible that Subway can exist when Poke exists as well? Because it's like the same thing. Corporate wants you to find the differences between these two photos. One photo is a bowl consisting of rice, raw fish, and, you know, pineapple and fish eggs. The other one is a foot-long salami sandwich. There's no differences. They're the same photo. But, like, let me count the ways they're the same. You choose your own protein. You can either get a ham sandwich, or you can get, you know, albacore tuna. You choose your base. You can get honey and oat bread, or you can get, you know, brown rice, white rice, or a mix of the two. Thank you so much. That's very nice of you. And then you choose your toppings, you know? You could get lettuce, tomato. You could irritate the sandwich artist by asking for avocado after they've already put the shredded lettuce on, so then they gotta ice cream scoop the avocado on top of the shredded lettuce, but it won't spread right. You can get pea shoots. You can get tempura crunchy bits. You can get masago, etc. It's the same food. Then you add a sauce at the end to finish it off. I know this flies in the face of germ theory, but I think if I didn't have the spiciest poke in my entire life for lunch yesterday, I don't think I would be feeling right as rain today. You know, and I do think that getting some pho helped out a lot. Just clears your sinuses right out. No matter what tube you're trying to clean out, there's a cuisine that works for you, right? It's just like, let's not follow that. I think there's many cuisines that clear out the toilet tube. I don't know, the other side, I don't know. Let's not talk about it. We don't need to go down that road. I'll leave that up to somebody else. Anyway, what the heck am I talking about? Yeah, I really, like, don't know, to be honest. Like, you gotta remember, you get through these episodes, you're kind of just, like, you know, spitballing. We're just making up stuff as it comes to the top of the dome piece. That's all I got. I know I've talked about it too much. Again, there's, like, very little else going on, like, in my life. But I'm so excited for this new schedule tomorrow, man. I'm, like... I'm pinning my hopes and dreams on this new schedule. If it goes wrong, I'm gonna be... Well, it can't go wrong. It would just be, like, not as... Oh, we might as well. Not as transformative as I expect it to be, but... Oh, man. To start streaming at 9 a.m., I never thought it would happen. As the gamer who streamed from 3 to 6 p.m. Pacific, to stream from 9 to 2 is a very strange thing to be thinking about. You know what's weird is, I don't know if other new parents can relate to this, but, or maybe you're just, like, old at heart, which is actually something I respect greatly. One of the things that Kate and I have remarked upon since having a child, and, you know, our schedule has shifted to be much earlier in the morning, I should say. And especially now, you know, daylight savings in North America is still like a week away. But, a week away, a week away, a week away, a week away. But it gets dark a lot earlier now. Like, sunset's usually, I don't know, like 5:45, 6 p.m. Stays bright for a while, but, you know, by 7, it's pretty dark outside. But we'll be out at, like, I don't know, 6, going for a walk or something like that, and there will be people, like, outside, and I just look at them and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you're wasting your life. It's so late. Look it, the sun has gone down, and you're out here, what? You're, like, eating a hot dog on the street or something like that? What's wrong with you? Then I have to remind myself, like, it's 6:22. It happened last night, you know, when, Oh, cursed penny. No thank you. when I went out to pick up my takeout pho, I went outside and there was like, oh, we should check. Excuse me, I'm trapped. There was like so many people walking around, and I was like, what is wrong with you? It's so late. Like, I'm only outside because I need this soup. Don't die. That would just be so embarrassing. Excuse me. I was like, what are you doing? There's like, I'm out as this is like a matter of life and death. I need them to load this soup into the trunk of my car so I don't, like, you know, die. Help me, I'm dead! I actually lost a brimstone run. I'm telling you, man, something's not right in the old Isaac brain lately. Maybe... maybe I shouldn't have, you know, given away 5 HP to the meat peeler, but alas, happy Halloween. Did I scare you with my ineptitude? Boo. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It was a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya.